Hey Marbites and hi. Yeah. Hey Marbites and how are you doing? Hey Hey Marbites, how you doing? And hello to any Homo sapiens and any other people in the world and universe. My name is Rogue Marby Scott. So today's video is going to be a really different video for me to be doing, and it has been inspired by Bailey Sarian or Sarian. You probably know who she is. No, you should know who she is. Yeah, she does like murder mystery videos on YouTube while she's doing makeup. So I'm going to kind of try and do the same thing. However, what I'm going to do is something that is really personal to me. Oh gosh, I'm getting goosebumps already thinking about it. So the story kind of starts off with me being at home and, well, no, not at home. I'm waiting for a delivery and, you know, I'm at work and I get home and my neighbour, lovely neighbour, has taken in my deliveries. So as my neighbour tells me she's taken in my delivery and whatnot, I get in, I'm literally kind of drinking and stuff. She tells me she is on furlough, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. We all know what's going on right now, COVID and all of that. So I'm just like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just going to take my package upstairs. Anyway, tutus now. Tutus now. That is such a ghetto thing to say. We decided, we started talking about the history of the building that we live in. So I've been waiting to get double glazing in this establishment for quite some time now. I've been waiting to get double glazing in my flat for the last 4 years. And when I say the last 4 years, I mean literally 4 years ago. 4 years ago, my housing association decided that they were going to put double glazing up into my flat because downstairs had been done and then they were going to work their way up. And so I was like expecting, yeah, I'm gonna get double glazing and blah blah blah. However, they only did one window and then they said there is no more funding, so therefore we can't do the rest of your windows. I have 6 windows, yeah, only 6, but whatever. They said they did not have enough funding to do my windows. Anyway, moving on to a few weeks ago, I got my package from my neighbour and she was like, okay, so you've got your windows done. And I was like, yes, finally, after so long. So we started talking about neighbours and how we're such good neighbours, and she is actually a really good neighbour to me and I'm a really good neighbour to her, and we have had our disputes and whatnot, like really big arguments. But then she was going on to the history of, you know, her living. I've only been living in my flat for only 11 years. I say only, but I've been living here for 11 years and she has been living here I don't know how long, but let's just say longer than I have been alive. So my neighbour decides to tell me that there was once a lady living up above her where I live, and she's like, yeah, this girl she was cute, she was nice, she had 3 children, which I don't really understand how she could have had 3 children in this really tiny flat. But she had 3 children and yeah, she made the best of what it was. She was quite noisy, blah blah blah. So going beyond that, she's telling me about the person that lived here before that person lived. hair, the girl. So she's telling me about a older Trinidadian man that's living here in my house. In my house now. I'm just like, okay, so not only am I would like to say I'm Trinidadian, but I'm not. My mum's Dominican, my dad's Indian, and he's from India, and he just happened to be born in Trinidad. But whatever. Yeah, so I'm just thinking, okay, so there was a Trinidadian living here, and that is just coincidental. Just going to blur this out now because that just looks harsh. And she goes on to tell me about him living here, like how he was as a person. So basically he was, in her words, was a really soft-spoken man, and he didn't seem to be very confident. He was very shy. So whenever she went to get her mail, and if he was in the hallway at the same time, he would hide away from her, like hide away, like he would try his best not to be seen by her. My God, this is not looking great. He wasn't noisy. He was a lovely neighbor. She just didn't get to really know him as a neighbor, but in terms of noise and what is this? He wasn't a neighbor to complain about. He was practically the perfect neighbor. So yeah, she's just telling me more about the guy that's living here, was living here, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. He's Trinidadian. I feel like I have some sort of connection with you because I'm Trinidadian, but no. Well, I'm shy and timid, and I don't like to speak to my neighbors. I like to speak to her, but I don't like to speak to any of the other neighbors. Well, there's only actually other one neighbor, because this is like 3 people living in one Victorian house. Do you know what? Fun fact, my flat that I live in is listed, so therefore you can't have much alterations to the flat, because it's a listed building, because it's Victorian, and because, well, clearly it must have some staple in some sort of history. Anyway, I can't do anything to this building or inside it because it's listed. But she goes on to tell me that his daughter has the keys to the house, and she decides that she's going to go on holiday. Why would you not want to go on holiday when you have 2 kids of your own? His daughter has 2 kids, and he had a son as well. She didn't really talk about the wife or the girlfriend or the woman that he had the children with. Don't know why. Clearly they weren't together because he was living in this 1-2-bedroom flat by himself. Moving on. So his daughter went on holiday, and he hadn't been answering his phone or the doorbell for a while. So postmen were coming, he was not answering, and my neighbor downstairs was just like, I don't know what's going on. She didn't decide to do anything about it. She left it. Like most neighbors do. I mean, come on. Most of us just do that. We're in a day and age where we don't want to be in other people's business, but, you know, if you're a Karen, then you're gonna be. But she decided she's just gonna leave it at that. And then his son tried to contact him. No reply. and the son supposedly, allegedly, contacted her, my neighbor, downstairs, and was like, have you seen my dad, blah 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 blah. She said she hadn't seen him for a while. Like, if I haven't seen an elderly person for a long while, I am going to bust down their doors. Well, I hope I would. The fact that my neighbor has said she hasn't seen him for quite some time is worrying, because he's older than she is, and she's old. Well, I typically wouldn't pay attention to any of that sort of stuff, but when neighbors and whatnot, so I will now after this story. But she said that she hadn't seen him for a while. She hadn't seen him get his mail and whatnot. So my neighbor hasn't heard from the man and for a while. When I say a while, she said it might have been like 2 weeks. She hasn't heard from him for 2 weeks, and the son hasn't heard from his father for a week. The son has gone to the house, can't get in because he doesn't have the keys, because the daughter has gone on holiday. Did I mention that the daughter had gone on holiday? I don't know. But daughter has gone on holiday and she has the keys. She's the only one with the keys to the flat other than the person living here in my flat now. But back then. So they leave it. They leave it for a couple of days. They leave it for 3 more weeks. My neighbor says that she starts smelling something that she feels like is a rat or a mouse. She says that she is just smelling something dead. It's dead. Something is dead. She just can't pinpoint it. But in her bedroom, which is literally the room underneath where I'm recording right now, she says that she is smelling something really bad, and she feels like she needs to air freshen more than usual. More than usual. Why would you need to air freshen your house? I mean, unless you're cooking some really bad shit, why would you need to air freshen your house? So I could smell something. I thought there was a mouse. I thought there was a dead mouse in my bedroom, and her bedroom is above my computer room, below my computer room, and she's kind of freaking out because she doesn't know what's going on. Like, if I was living underneath her and I could smell some mouse, dead mouse, I'd be also like, what the hell is going on? Like, why can I smell this smell? Anyway, 2 weeks go by, another 2 weeks, that's 4 weeks. The son comes back and is like, I need to get into the house, and he's not able to get into the house. So she's just like, I'm just gonna keep an eye on the flat for you and see what happens. I need to bake now because this is looking a little moist. So this might not be getting freaky for you, but it is freaky for me. So I'm just like, okay, you're clearly trying to tell me something. Like, you're clearly trying to tell me something that I really don't want to acknowledge right now because of experiences and because of what I thought before we moved into the house. So, further note, not further note, future note, previous note. When I moved in, when I viewed the flat before I moved in, I said to my partner, someone has died. Someone has died in this apartment. Someone has died here. They have died in that corner. They have died in the corner that I'm recording it right now. It freaked me out a little bit. And someone's always gonna die in a place. You know, someone has always died somewhere. But it kind of freaked me out because I just picked up some vibes. I just picked up some vibes from a specific corner in my flat. It wasn't cute. Anyway, we decided to move in, clearly, because I'm here now talking about it. And yeah, so my neighbor decided to go on, and she went on to tell me that over the 5-6 weeks before they were able to get into the house, he had been dead, sitting in a sofa, an armchair, should I say, an armchair. He was dead in an armchair in the corner of the room in which I am now recording in. It's just like, homegirl, I don't need to know this right now. We're in 2020 and I have gone through a lot of deaths this year. I don't think I can go through another. However, this one was before all of the... So before we move on to the rest of the video, because I want to do my lips, and yeah, that's all I really kind of... Do I want... I don't know. Yeah, highlight. We're going to do some highlighter. But yes, before we move on, I want to check my cards. I've got some tarot cards, so I've just shuffled them, and we're going to go on to the first one. So this card that I have just chosen, well, has been chosen for me, is the Nine of Wands, Strength, Stamina, Confidence. And what it says in this booklet is, as lines usually imply, your journey is near completion. Oh gosh, does that mean I'm gonna die? But on this final stretch, you find yourself growing weary. Doubt and fear are running through your mind. The Nine of Wands asks you to rally your confidence and realize how far you've come. Lift your eyes and take a few more steps. Soon your hard work will start to pay off. I actually really do agree with that right now in my life. So my second card is this one. If you can see it, it's got 6 swords and a fox lying down curled up. Is 7 of swords, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It says 6 swords hang in plain view, while the 7th is tucked under the sly fox's tail. So goes the story of the 7 of swords. A secret is being kept. You're either the keeper of the kept from, and it's time to identify which. Deceit and avoidance linger in the air. Face the cause of secrecy or risk ostracizing yourself. I don't like that. And then my third one here is the Ace of Pentacles, and that says in this little booklet that I've got, in the center of even the giant redwood trees, a tiny seedling once stood. Such is the energy of the Ace of Pentacles. It's the seed that takes root, grounding you for the future. You're in the beginning phases of prosperous ventures or venture. Stay grounded. Go outside and take time to appreciate nature. You may also find a windfall of wealth headed your way. I want to believe everything these cards say, but right now I need to get my lips done. If you're a professional tarot card reader and you're a professional medium, or you're just like me and you just have that natural instinct, let me know what you think are on those cards. Let's do our lips. So let's go back 11 years ago, when I first moved into this house, into this flat. I said to my partner, I think someone has died in this corner. I literally could see like a shadow and everything, and I was just like, someone has died in this house, and should we take it? Should we take this flat? Someone had died, because my neighbor downstairs clearly told me that a guy had died in the house. Someone had died in the corner where I'm pointing now, and I'm getting chills saying that. So I decided to do some little mahokuna pagan stuff, and I decided to do some auto writing. Got myself into a little fathom, a little meditation, and I did this. Now what I came up with was Macio or Macio or whatever, and that means singular in the Spanish word, or it is a place in Brazil. Now this person was close to Brazil and probably traveled to Brazil because they were from Trinidad, and it kind of freaks me out. And the fact that in Spanish it means singular, it means it was a single person that died in the house, and yeah, it fucking freaks me out. But yes, that is my story. That is my story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And this, this is my little chit chat with you guys. I hope to see you soon, very soon, in the next week or so. I don't know, because it's been so long since I've done a video, and I'm really kind of nervous doing videos now because it's been so long. But yeah, I do have some things coming up for you. Like I said before, I do have some things coming up for you guys in the new year. So if you don't see me before then, just know in the new year there's gonna be some interesting stuff coming your way. Not my way, your way. I already know what's coming my way. Alright, bye. See you. Alright, bye guys. Ciao for now.